the fuck is this combat? What the fuck is this combat, bro? My score might drop a bit, unfortunately, because of this combat. Okay. Now that I finished the game, my personal impression of it has, well, it was slowly declining, but I'd say that climactic ending and the big revelations, I'd say, did redeem this game in a lot of ways. So let's talk a little bit about the good, of course. Presentation-wise, this game is fantastic. I think the way they present a lot of Hineko's psychosis was phenomenal, you know. It's kind of like it's this mix of, you know, beautiful, but it's haunting and it's disturbing, and you know, everything's out to get you. The claustrophobic nature of the town, and when you, at least in the first parts of it, was pretty much, I would say, the most atmospheric highlight of the game. It did take a while for me to understand the difference between the subconscious Dark Shrine world and the Fog world. As you know, Silent Hill has different, there's two different realities. There's the one from Silent Hill 1 with the cultic stuff, and then Silent Hill 2. And so, over time, I realized that they utilized the Silent Hill 2 principles here. And what we get is a story that actually has a lot to say, and I think it's even something relevant to today's world. Societal pressure, it's, you know, conforming when it means that it will tear you apart on a personal, spiritual, emotional level. The way they kind of present that in parallels, you know, and how it loops back. The whole revelation with the monster killing the parents only to find out we are the monster. You know, this was a really great narrative piece that I think paid off tremendously well. There's a lot I can dissect, and I think that's what's really great about it. So I think story, presentation, visuals, atmosphere, it's up there. I think it's fantastic. However, the gameplay, I think at a certain point it peaked. And when it peaked, it plateaued, right? So it just starts to get a little too redundant. Enemy encounters are just the same, frustrating, back and forth, game of attrition. I get that it is a survival horror game. It's supposed to feel like a struggle, but it does definitely break the balance of, yes, you need to create that tension and it needs to feel like you've earned every fight. It goes down, it does tip to one side and become borderline frustrating. There's a lot of enemy encounters that I want to be done. This is just getting too much. And they throw far too many enemies, and this is where it starts to, I'm like, okay, now you're dragging it. Now you're padding this game time more than it should. And so if there was ever any elements of horror that the first half of this game presents, you know, the unease, the disturbing nature of the things you face, it just becomes, here we go again. It becomes a nuisance, and it definitely leans more to the action side of the experience, and none of it felt very horror at the very end. Just very, very action oriented, and I feel like that's such a misfire on my part. Such a misfire. So yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly. I think overall, I mean, if you guys want a rating for this game, it starts off as a strong 8, but definitely leans down to a 7 at the very end. I think there's still a lot of great elements to it, and it's almost a perfect Silent Hill in my eyes. It does all the things I want, but that gameplay and the lack of enemy variety, the fact that we didn't even have a gun, I'll be honest, that kind of like, I completely forgot other Silent Hill games had guns. And that kind of was like, but the ending definitely pays off. The ending definitely pays off. And the fact that there's multiple endings means that there's a lot more to dissect. I know I'm gonna definitely enjoy looking up story explained, ending explained, to see what I may have missed. I mean, I tried to do as much theory crafting as I went along, but I know that there's a lot more hidden information that I may have not grasped. But I think that's the beauty of a game like this, is that you can really go back time and time again and find out something new. It's the same way we felt about the previous Silent Hill games out there. So yeah, would I recommend Silent Hill F? I'd say if you are a horror fan, you love the Silent Hill series, and you're looking for something that's a little bit challenging, I definitely would play it. But I would not buy it now. I definitely would wait on a discount. I would definitely wait on a discount. Don't buy it day one. And if you've not played any other Silent Hill games in the meantime, definitely go play Silent Hill 2 Remake and then jump into this, just so you can familiarize your way into this world, because it can be, I'm telling you, casual players who jump into this for the first time, they're going to be like, what the hell is going on? If you're not oriented to the idea that everything you see is not what it seems, that everything is kind of like a psychosis analysis, then you're going to jump into this and be utterly confused. So yeah,